The Tale of Odin's Ravens. The silent halls of Asgard. High above the mortal world, in the golden towers of Asgard, sat Odin, the All-Father. One eye burned with the weight of knowledge, the other long lost to Mimir's well. Though he had sacrificed much, his hunger for wisdom never ceased. For Odin knew the fate of gods and men alike bent toward Ragnarok, and only through knowledge could he hope to prepare. From the rafters of his hall came two shadows, black-winged and watchful. Odin named them Huginn, thought, and Muninn, memory. Each dawn they flew far across the realms, and each dusk they returned, whispering into the All-Father's ear the secrets of the 9 worlds. Thus began their endless journey, to be Odin's eyes and ears, thought and memory carried on wings. Huginn takes flight. Huginn was the first to leap into the winds. His wings cut the air with restless energy, for he was curiosity embodied. He darted over forests of Midgard, where smoke curled from the hearths of farmers and warriors sharpened iron beneath fading sunlight. He listened to the laughter of children at play, the secret councils of jarls plotting raids, and the cries of men clashing upon the shield wall. Huginn drank in every detail, storing every fleeting thought, every whispered word. To Huginn, the world was an endless puzzle, and every heartbeat was another piece. Yet he knew, no thought had meaning if not carried back to the waiting ear of Odin. Muninn remembers. Muninn, slower and heavier, followed a different path. His wings stretched wide over ancient mountains, deep rivers, and forgotten tombs. He did not rush, for Muninn was not thought, but memory, and memory must take root. He flew above the graves of kings where stones crumbled into moss. He circled old battlefields where rusted spears jutted from the earth like broken teeth. He carried in his dark eyes the weight of ages, the pain of what men wished to forget and the glory they longed to remember. For Odin, Muninn was not merely a messenger. He was the keeper of history itself, a living chronicle carved not in stone but carried on feathers. Whispers from Midgard. Each evening the 2 ravens returned. They perched upon Odin's throne, their wings folding as night fell over Asgard. Huginn whispered swiftly of men's ambitions, of journeys begun and secrets spoken in haste. Muninn followed with slower tones, recounting what lingered, what endured, what could not be erased. Odin listened in silence. His face revealed little, but behind his one eye flickered the storms of thought. With Huginn and Muninn, he did not simply rule from above. He ruled through knowledge, shaping choices before they bloomed into fate. The shadow of fear. Yet not even the All-Father was without fear. For though Huginn was quick and Muninn strong, Odin knew the fragility of trust. Each night, as the birds settled, he whispered his own secret. Huginn, I fear you may not return, but greater still is my fear for Muninn, for what is a god without memory? For Odin understood, without thought, the future could not be shaped. Without memory, the past could not guide. And without both, wisdom itself would wither. Journeys beyond Midgard. The ravens did not linger only in the world of men. They soared across Jotunheim, where frost giants spoke in booming voices of wars to come. They hovered above Svartalheim, where dwarves forged secrets into steel. They even dared the edges of Helheim, where the dead muttered in endless twilight. Everywhere they flew, Odin's presence stretched with them. Through Huginn and Muninn, he saw the weaving of fate itself, fragile, tangled, and ever near to breaking. Lessons from mortals. Among men, the ravens became legend. Farmers looked skyward, whispering that their secrets were never safe. Warriors raised their spears to salute them, knowing Odin's eye was upon them. Poets sang of Huginn and Muninn, warning that every thought and every deed would one day be remembered. And so the ravens taught men a quiet truth, that the mind and the memory, fleeting as they seemed, were as eternal as the gods who cherished them. The return to Asgard. At last, as stars pierced the velvet sky, Huginn and Muninn returned to Odin's side. They perched upon his shoulders, their voices low, their stories long. The Allfather sat in silence, drinking in their words as though they were mead sweeter than any brewed in Valhalla. Around them, the great halls of Asgard glittered, yet seemed smaller compared to the endless worlds that had been gathered in feather and flight. Odin leaned back, closing his one eye. Thought and memory had returned, and with them a measure of peace. For though fate marched ever toward Ragnarok, tonight the Allfather was not blind nor forgetful. Tonight the world's secrets were his. The wings of wisdom. And so each dawn they departed, and each dusk they returned. Huginn, thought; Muninn, memory. Together they were more than birds. They were the breath of wisdom itself, the unseen wings that carried knowledge between the worlds. To this day, in the caw of a raven upon the morning wind, some say the voice of Odin still lingers, reminding men that their thoughts shape tomorrow, and their memories guard yesterday.